So after we've been given this introduction, I will be talking a little bit about this wearable cardiac ultrasound imager, and I'll be talking about why this is innovative in two different dimensions: one from a technological standpoint, and the other one from a machine learning standpoint. So what we saw is that this imager has three key innovations. One of them being that the echocardiography is can be seen from multiple views. It is able to perform continuous monitoring during motion, which is obviously very important because any sort of cardiac issues are typically not necessarily discovered in a medical facility, and maybe not in the precise moment or instant in which it occurs. And it also does automatic image processing. This particular innovation is really good because it's able to perform live analysis of the patient's condition. And this is something that for cardiac matters because it is something that will happen somewhat sporadically. It is very, very valuable. Now, from a machine learning standpoint, the main innovations that we see is that this wearable is able to leverage the technique of subsampling such that the amount of information that is intaken and the amount of analysis that is done in the most efficient way possible. So if we have a very long list of videos or images, it's able to subsample and take specific parts or bits of the image or unenrich them such that it is able to perform this in a very operationally efficient manner. After that, there's also the simulation of the acoustic field. Obviously, when there's any sort of heart conditions, it is key that there's also monitoring of what is the ultimate sound that the heart produces, because the valves will typically respond to certain stimuli in a certain way. And this wearable is able to track that as well, and do it using machine learning. Lastly, the fact that this wearable is able to collect data from different positions is also a very, very strong advantage, because typically with ultrasounds or typically with echocardiograms, you will see that the patient will have to be kind of um, doing very specific activities, be it running or if they're doing a stress test, or be it maybe sitting down. Instead, this wearable is able to track the patient all throughout, independently of whether or not they are sitting down, laying down, in movement, or kind of sideways. And in this regard, because it is very non-invasive and close to the person's body, this is a very, very big innovation. Um, this is all for me, and then we're gonna move on to the next presenter.